Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Elle Skimney from Bemis Crafty Corner. And today we have this little thing, this little beauty right here. Just a great little thing that you can tuck into a pocket, very thin. It is under 2.5 inches wide, and it's about 4 inches long. So you can tuck this in, no problem. So you can decorate here, and then open this up to get a little writing space here if you want to. You can decorate, put another writing space there if you want. There is a little pocket here for a tag. Okay, and then open it all the way up, and you've got all this writing space. Okay, so this is actually made by out of a 5x8 index card, but you could just use a 5x8 sheet of paper if you want to as well. So I'm going to get everything out, and we're going to get started on this one. I will get supplies for you, and I'll be right back. All right, what are we looking for here? We are looking for adhesive if you're going to add the pocket, okay? You're going to want some 5x7. These are the 5x7 index cards. And this is just a piece of 5x8. Or 5x8. Yeah, you're going to want, it's a 5x8 index card. Yeah, 5x8 on the index card. You're going to want a piece that's 5x8 of paper. If you don't have the index card, you're going to want something to decorate with. And since I'm using paper, this is probably about 28 pound, I'm going to use a piece of something else to back that, just to make it a little thicker. You're going to want a pair of scissors, a paper trimmer, scoring tools, and a scoreboard. If you don't have a scoring tool and scoreboard, don't worry about it. There's other things that you can do. You can hand fold this. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be folding our paper. So I'm going to leave the scoreboard out and get everything else out of the way, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have that piece of cardstock I had. I went ahead and cut that down. Excuse me, and I picked one of the index cards. This one happens to be the Graft one. But I chose it because, you know, these are all pretty torn up on the edges. And I didn't really want to, you know, deal with that. And this one's really thin. So, I'm sorry about the background, but I got lily butt and bug. So, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in on the long way. And it might be a little bit under 8. So, you know, you may have to do some trimming. If you want to, you can do this by hand. But if you're using your scoreboard, you're going to trim this at 4. You know, score it at 4, and then turn it and score it at 2.5. Okay? So let me get this out of the way, and I'm going to show you. We're going to do this one by hand. So all we're going to do is decide what the inside is. And we're just going to fold that by hand. And then hit it with our bone folder. Okay? Then we're going to open it up, and we're going to fold it the other way. Okay. Burnish that real well. Now the one that we scored, we're going to turn the hills into valleys, valleys into hills. What does that mean? That means where you score, you push down, that becomes a valley. Where on the other side, where it pops out a little bit, that's the hill. So you're just going to make sure that you always fold hills to valleys, valleys to hill. And then you're going to fold this whole thing up. Okay? And you're just going to burnish the crap out of this thing. Just burnish it. Okay? And you'll see, again, there's a little bit of over. We'll trim it, no problem. No matter what you do, this is not going to come out straight because you're folding paper over paper and you get creep. Okay, so at this point, if you want, you can take this and put it on your trimmer, or, you know, use your scissors and just take that to straight. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's take a look at this one. So this one, it's got a little bit down here. Take that off, and it's got some right here. So we'll take that part off. All right, now that is going to alter the measurements just a little bit. I mean, we did not take a lot off of there, but it is still going to, you know, alter those a little bit. So now, the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting our mats for this and our pockets. So I will be right back because we're going to have to do some tricky cutting here. I'll be right back. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure, and this is just a hair under 4 inches. So that's 4 panels that are a hair under 4 inches each, okay? And then across, it's about 2.5. So we're going to go 3 3¾ by 2 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one first. 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. I'm going to make sure this edge is straight, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 2 1/4. Because remember, I'm using this book page to stabilize this. Okay. We said 3 3/4. Okay, now let's go ahead and test that. And that looks pretty good, okay? So, 3 3/4 this way. By 2 3/4. So let's do one from the top here. 2 1/4. Sorry. 1, 2. 1 panel, 2 panels, and then we're going to cut the other one from the other side. Ooh, see that? 3 3/4. Take a little bit off the bottom, turn that around, 2 1/4, and 2 1/4. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of my way for now. So now you can see we have our pieces. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this up. This is my inside pocket. Okay, so let's take my pencil and put a little mark here. All right, that's my inside pocket. That's where my tag is going to go. So I'm going to open it up. My inside pocket is now up here. All right. So this side, 1 and 2. Open it up. One and 2, so that when I open it, see, that's like that, and then we open it, and this one is just like this. One is going to be upside down, the other one is going to be right side up. There's nothing you can do about that, okay? But you can decide, you know, how you want it to look. I'm okay with this orientation, although I kind of admit that I like that better. So I'm going to put this one here, and this one here, and this one here, and this one here. There and there, okay? That's just my aesthetic, because I have very directional paper. You may not have directional paper. Just remember, the one on your left needs to be upside down, and the one on your right needs to be right side up, okay? Now, since this one is going to be my pocket, I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece to this piece to stabilize this a little bit, okay? So we're going to do that first. So I want this to be a little bit thicker. Make sure I keep the direction right. Okay, that's our pocket. Now this one, we could just ink. If you're an inker, if you're not an inker, don't ink. I'm an inker. Well, today I am. I'm neither pro or anti. You know what I mean? I just... Alright, so this one's the one that's upside down. Now, if you're using, like this index card that's been coffee or tea dyed, remember that it's a more porous surface, so it may take a little longer for your glue to set and dry, okay? Alright. Inking, 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 and inking. This one is the one that goes right side up. On your right is right side up. On your left is upside down. Okay? Right is right. Just remember that when you're putting this together if you're using directional paper. If you're not, slap it on there any way you want. Okay? I'm going to glue these pieces down. I'm going to pay close attention here to my borders. I want them to be the same height, width, and all that stuff, okay? So just pay attention to those. Turn this over. I'm going to go right about there. There we go. So that is on. So now when I close this up, this is right side up. When I open it, it's still right side up. Okay, look at that. That side is right side up. So this is right side up, but if I open it this way, this is going to be right side up. Okay, that's why we did it the way we did it. Now this one is a pocket. So I'm going to put a little notch here. Make sure I got it on the right side. I'm going to put a little finger notch right here. And then I'm going to glue this down on 3 sides.
You'll get used to it. Like, this is actually good since it's 2 pairs.
Okay, making sure that I glue that in the right direction. Pay attention to my lines. Oh, I forgot to ink this. That's okay. What do we do if we forget to ink? Get another piece of paper, put it right up next to it, and we ink. That way we don't get ink on anything else. We just get ink where we want it, on the edge. Okay. We'll do the same thing right here. We'll just put that piece in there. There we go. Okay. Ugh. Sorry about that. I know I was off camera. I apologize. My camera is being weird and it's just not, I don't know, it's not filming properly, you know, the area that I need it to. Alright, so now we have all of this space in here for writing. When we open this, this is in the right direction. This is in the right direction. Even that is in the right direction. See? We open it this way, it's in the right direction. Flip it over, it's in the right direction. Now we need to put a tag in here. Now, this is 2 1/4 inches. So we're going to go like 1 7/8. Just a hair under 2 inches to put a tag in here. So let me see what I have that we can use. Let's grab a piece of cardstock. Alright. So we're going to trim this down to just under 2 inches. okay? And our about 3.5, we'll start with that and see where we go, okay? So about 3.5. Let's see how that fits. Ooh, that fits pretty good, actually. Let's just check depth. It's only going in about that far. Let's see what's going on. Seems to be open. I think we need to trim this just a little bit more. All right, so we're at 2 7/8, so we're going to go to 2 and 1 7/8, so we're going to go to 1 3/4. It's not a very big tag, let's be honest, okay? But it's cute. That is much better. Now, you can just make a regular tag out of this if you want. That's, you know, totally up to you. Let's go ahead and we'll just wedge this. Dog ear it. There we go. Just a regular tag. I can pop a hole in there if I want and put a little eyelet in there. And I can do some decorating on this if I want. I can decorate a little bit on the inside. But that's it. That's like my cute little project for the day, right? And you can take this and tuck it in anywhere you want in your journal. Put it in a pocket, put it in an envelope, put it in a tuck, okay? That's it. That's my project for the day. Let's see, where's that original? Let's take a look at the original. So here's the original one. And again, you just have, you know, your panels and you have all that space for writing inside. This is done with non-directional paper, so you can put it any way you want. This paper was directional, so this paper had to be done a little bit different, okay? And again, just if it's not staying closed, just continue to burnish the folds, and that will help it to stay together. You can also put a little paper clip on it or something if you want, okay? That's it. That's my project for today. If you're new here, push the button. If you have been here before, thank you back for coming back. And don't forget to check out the community tab, or if you prefer, scoot on over to the Facebook group and take a look at the link. The list on the Facebook group tells you everything I got going on. Also, don't forget my Patreon and my Ko-Fi. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.